Life is an extremely complex journey, and navigating through it might feel overwhelming, intimidating, discouraging sometimes. Most of the time we do things that we don't really want to do. And why do we do them? Why? We feel this extreme pressure from the time, this beautiful entity that is our most faithful partner and sometimes is our worst enemy. We feel the pressure from others, from our parents, from the society. It seems like everybody's looking at us, everybody's judging us, everybody is jealous, envious. In reality, nobody really cares. Nobody really pays attention to you. Nobody really cares about what you do, what you think, and what you are up to. Have you ever asked yourself how to become the real you, the best version of yourself, the one that follows your pure value and your principle? The key is disciplining your emotion. Your emotions are linked to your subconscious mind. It's your limbic system. It's something that gets built over time with all the experience that you had since you were born until today. To change everything that doesn't work for you today, you need to change your subconscious mind. And how do you do that? After 35 years old, 95% of what you do, it goes in automatic. It's the result of a program, something that runs automatically in your subconscious mind and make you act in a way that is very efficient because you don't really have to think a lot. You just have to act. Most of the time, those actions are against you. You feel like you are sabotaging yourself. But why? I'm not going to explain you why. Because everything you experience in the past has nothing to do with you. It doesn't define you. You didn't decide that your parents were going to fight for 3 years. You didn't decide that your parents were going to divorce when you were 14 years old. You didn't decide that you will get betrayed by your two best friends in a moment that you hit rock bottom. You didn't decide many of those things, but those things, they mark you in a very negative way. And because we are wired weak, we actually create a much stronger memory towards those experiences. But those experiences had nothing to do with us, and unfortunately limit us to reach the full potential and the person that we really dream to become. We need to change our program. We need to change our subconscious system. Where do we start? We start where everything began. We start during our childhood. Through meditation and writing, we need to review everything we experience. We need to deconstruct our emotion. The body doesn't know if we are experiencing something today or if we are experiencing through memory. We'll have the same emotional reaction. We want to find those triggers. We have to look at them tens, 100,000, 10,000 of times until we'll build this callousness. We feel nothing anymore. We become insensitive. We embrace those experiences, and now we build resilience for whatever is going to happen in the future. We need to use those experiences to make us stronger and not to limit us. Most of the time in life, we want success, we want the best partner, we want the true friendship, we want the ideal life, and we are all looking outside us. We aim to goals that have nothing to do with what we can control. We can control one thing, ourselves, through our action. And you will never reach public victory without before reaching the private victory. How do you reach that? By disciplining your emotion. And you discipline your emotion by review everything that you experienced in your past. You have to deconstruct everything that happened to you. And through meditation and writing, you need to describe everything happened to you with the highest level of details. And you need to write about the emotion that you had, all the feeling that you are experiencing, the feeling at the readout of your emotion, and you need to look at them. And then you have to close your eyes, experience those feelings again, and looking at them, you will start to have more and more control. And with more control, the power will come, and you will have more and more power. And more power, and more you will feel connected to your real, true self. And you will get closer and closer to the private victory that I was talking to you about. When you reach a private victory, is the moment to go out there and to find the best partner for you, to find the true friendship. Not before. Just stay at home for a month, for 2 months, for 6 months, a year, whatever time you need to discipline your emotion. When you go out there, you won't be reacting anymore. Now you are only proactive. You will see opportunity in everything that happens to you. You will never have the victim mentality. You go out there with zero expectation. Schopenhauer used to say, zero your expectation. The expectation are a recipe for disappointment. And disappointment, unfortunately, make us feel sad. They trigger negative thought. By zero our expectation, we now build a barrier to disappointment. My experience was exactly this. I isolated myself for 6 months, and I wrote and meditated constantly during those days, experienced those trauma that at that point I knew they were responsible of the person that I became. I didn't want to be that person. I did not want to be that person. And I needed to change how I felt about those. I started to listen to specific message constantly every day for hundreds of times every day, until I became conscious about part of my subconscious mind. And now I started to gain control. When after 6 months I went for the first date, I used to be involved in one toxic relationship after another toxic relationship. I had so many toxic friends. And after 6 months I went for a date. And I went out there with no expectation. I show up as my true self. I met a wonderful person that today is also my best friend. And as I did it, so can you. You need to discipline your emotion. You need to review everything you experienced in the past. You need to increase your level of awareness. You will gain control. You will gain power. And then you will be ready to get anything you want in life. Thank you for listening. Ciao, ciao.